Hey, what's up? It's been a very long time since I did one of these videos. My face is really red right now, so excuse the redness. It's because it's cold and dry in Calgary. It's like minus 30 right now. And my skin is ginger and it doesn't like that. So I look like a cherry tomato. It's been a long time. I'm going to show you some of my phals and update on the ones that you guys saw last time. A lot of them are in spike right now, and a few of them are in bloom, which is great. And yeah, I also took some feedback from some people, so I've got a selfie stick now. Ooh. Hopefully it gives a better angle than down here, which is what I had last time. So I'm trying not to look at the screen and more at the camera lens, which is a U. We'll see how it goes. Anyways, let's check out the plants. Alrighty, so here are the plants. These are my Phalaenopsis. They're doing pretty well. They like the cool weather, so they're not slowing down like some of the other plants are. This is the Phalaenopsis. I think her Alexander. It's a no ID, so it's hard to say, but it's got 5 buds on the way. I'm super stoked about that. My Phalaenopsis schilleriana has got like a nice spike starting. You can kind of see it right there. This is a black mangrove that I got from seed like last year. It's actually doing remarkably well. I think it's because Calgary water is so hard that when I just let the water evaporate and it becomes salty, I think. Either that or it's just gonna collapse on me one day, who knows. Anyways, the rest of the phals are doing pretty good. I got a lot of spikes going on right now. This was that pink one that I showed you last year. As you can see, everything else fell off of it. This is my frag, Hane Papao, I think is how you say it. I got a spike on the go. Some of my like summer blooming phals, which are not doing too great right now. They're not liking the colder light or colder weather with less light. The Phragmipedium Pink Panther has like exploded with growth. This is new, this is new, this was new this year. So there's 3 new growths, which basically doubled the leads from last year. Super happy about that. My phal tying shin is starting a new bud, which is great. This thing like pretty much blooms and then drops flower and then blooms again. I wish I could say the same for the Albobelina, which is sulking because it's cold outside. I got some new lights. I had been experimenting, actually, before I sit down. I'd been experimenting and I got these things from, I think they're from Asia. They were like $200. It's a 200 watt pink light and it freaking sucks. Like it works, it keeps the plants alive. I mean, obviously they're doing well enough, but when you look at the size of that and the area that it takes, it literally covers this plant and this plant, and that's like it. So for $200, I'm basically lighting 2 plants. I'm not super happy about that. So I went to a hydroponics store in Calgary and I asked the guys like what they had for LED lights, and they gave me this, sold me this strip light, which is a 200 watt strip. Oh wait, that's not true. 50 watt strip light, and it's like doing way better than the other one, and it costs about the same. I think it was 160, 170 bucks. But if you like look at if you look at the phals, they're all doing really well. I've literally got like spike central going on, roots going really well, flowers. Super happy about the light. It's got kind of a yellow tone, which I assume is just because that's better for the plants. I don't know. All I know is that I'm happy about the outcome at this point. These are my seedlings. They're unnamed right now. So I have a post on the website, which is herebutnot.com, about my like experience with deflasking these and how they've been doing, as well as updates with their growth. So if you want to learn more about that, you can go there, but whatever. There's some more seedlings of that down in there. Those are the tiny ones. They were in the same flask. I think those were the Summer Dance Queen. The 2 flasks that I had opened, one had like really big seedlings and the other one had like a really wide range. It had more of them, but a lot of them were super tiny like that. So I figured, you know what, if they die, whatever, but let's see if I can keep them alive. And they've lasted longer than I expected, to be honest, for their size. This is a phal Purple Martin that I got at an OS like swap, but
when I got it, the roots were all rotted, and since it's like kind of colored up under brighter light, there's this like moltedness in the leaves, and I don't know if it's a nutrient deficiency from like its growth before, or if it's a bacterial infection. I ended up dosing it with a systemic bactericide, whatever the hell what's it called, Phyton 27, and it's growing faster, but that like discoloration is still there. So I don't know exactly what that is. Maybe that's a note for another video another day if it starts to do better. I haven't seen any new roots, but the leaf has like literally probably grown about 70% of that wasn't there when I got it. This is another seedling of this foul summer dance queen. And then in here are the larger seedlings that initially I didn't have them all inside of this little like grow thing. I'd taken them out and I put them in. The reason I put them back in though is because the temperature by the window was getting too cold, and the summer dance queen has violation in it, and so what was happening is the seedlings were all like not growing. Like as soon as it got cold, everything kind of slowed down. These other guys that they're Leiden, Everpana, blah blah blah, some sort of hybrid that's like more of a white flower. These guys did really well and were fine, but all of these other ones like stopped, and so I put a heat mat underneath, and then I threw them in a box to help contain the heat a little better. And they seem to be doing okay. I don't know. I do have an issue with this grow box concept, which is if you put them in something like this, you create stagnant like conditions just by the nature of what you're doing. So I'm not super crazy about it, but you know what? Overall, I'm happy about the fact that the phals and the seedling like experiment went better than I expected. So this is the terrarium I showed you last time that I did the video in the summer. It's growing in a lot. Like it's a mess right now. It's kind of weedy actually. These flowers on the right hand side are Ludicea discolor, or like the jewel orchid. It's growing down there. This is my Nepenthes capulana, I think is what it's called. Above it, right there, is Nepenthes macrophylla, and then inside there, right there, is my Nepenthes inermis. I've never seen the inermis with the red lip, but like whatever, it's doing okay. Yeah, that's kind of how it looks right now. I'm gonna take you into the front living room area, which I did not show you last time, but I've had a few people request seeing, so I'm gonna try and do this quickly, but you can at least see the other area. Hey, so this is my like front grow area. Ooh, fancy. That's a south-facing window. You can see my neighbors. I have a lot of plants here that probably shouldn't be full south exposure. I have paths and phals and things like that over here that are like full south exposure all day long. But to be honest, I don't care. They're doing really well. It was an experiment to see how it went, and it's like going very well. So that's kind of how it goes. So these are the other plants here. I got a thing for dinosaurs, so I've got like that up there, and then this dude right there, and then down here is where all of my other plants reside. I'm gonna get my face out of this and do some close-ups and cover the plants that I have. This is my like probably favorite area of my like living room grow area. I have all of my paths except for this one, which is an Equestrius Aurelia Phalaenopsis. I said it all backwards, but whatever, you got the idea. I have a Path Pinocchio Alba that's gonna give me a flower soon. I'm so excited for that. I haven't seen it yet. And then also a super pricey edition that I got this summer, but like super worth it, was this Phal Princess Kaluani Chinyo. And I am so excited to see this thing flower because it's like, honestly, it's my favorite Phalaenopsis, and I paid a pretty penny for it. I think it was 75 bucks. On a second note, I managed to find a dealer in Canada who sells, who has divisions of Phalaenopsis, Zengmin, Anaconda, Peter, and I am so freaking excited to get that. It's gonna cost me $100, but like, I don't care. I want that flower, plant, whatever, so badly. Anyways, up here, second level, in the front there is soursop seedlings that I bought the seeds got the seeds this summer, and then this is a miracle berry. I can't remember the scientific name on them. It's like Dinopsis, blah blah blah.
Anyways, they're doing much better than I expected. I actually adjust their pH using kombucha that I've left to sit for like way too long. So the kombucha pH is 3 or 2.5. So I add that to water, add fertilizer, and get it to about 4, which is where the miracle berry kind of prefers it to grow. And so far it's doing well. I had a miracle berry a few years ago in Calgary's hard water. It was dead in like a month, I think. So I'm going on 2 or 3 months at this point. I'm pretty happy about that. And then the rest of these are all of my other cool plants. I've got some seedling phals in here as well. These came in a compot. They were different than the ones that you saw in the bedroom. These ones are the same as the ones you saw in the bedroom. These guys I'm expecting to be red or red with spots, something like that. It's Phalaenopsis gleb king. I should just look at this rather than guess. I don't remember. Anyways, it's on my website again. In here, I don't know if we can see that flower. There's one that's... I should have done this in a more prepared manner. Yeah, right. Okay, I'm gonna get in here. There's a struggle, and if I fall and die, I'm sorry. So this one is in bloom, and I got this as a freebie. But man, it smells so good. It smells like lemon pledge kind of, and the colors are like a little underwhelming. But hey, whatever. The smell is great, and that makes it worth it. This is my Vanda No ID. I got it at Rona for 25 bucks. It was on sale. Since I got it, it put out this leaf, and then these 2 ones that are starting. This one was already like halfway grown, and this one was like mid as well. You can kind of see the like green area here, which is all new. There's another Vanda here, which is my Vanda tessellata, and then this is my Suavis tricolor. It was a seedling when I got it. Put out like 2 or 3 growths this summer. And then there's some like early sad looking Cattleya hybrids down there that I got from Equigenera this summer, and they don't like me. I don't know if they had like a bacterial infection or what, but I got them and they like died right back. Like all of the pseudobulbs were just like, no. And so they've started 2 new ones. There's one there, you can see it. And then there's like another dude down there that has started. And I'm hoping that they revive. This ugly looking thing is also from Equigenera. It was a Cattleya Iricolor. Everything else that I got that wasn't from them is doing really well. So I don't know that it's necessarily a condition thing. I hope that it's like bacteria or something. That's my Cattleya Zip. It's got a couple new growths that put out a whole bunch this year. This is my Cattleya Guttata Cerulean. I'm excited to see that bloom. Everyone tells me it's still super small and I'm gonna wait forever. So that's really upsetting, but whatever. This little thing is not Psychopsis, Psychopsiella, Lemmy, blah, blah, blah. Apparently they're hard to keep alive. This thing's doing really well for me though. It put out 3 pseudobulbs this summer. The color is still like super rich and it's got that red spotting, so I'm pretty happy about that. I will be more happy if it blooms. This is a big old Nepenthes, not a Nepenthes, that was in the living room or the bedroom. Man, I get so dumb when I do these videos. Dendrobium noble. There's actually 2 plants in here. You can see the one at the top is spiking and has something in there, and then there's the flowers on the left hand side, which are 2 different colors. I think these ones are a dark pink, and then these ones are some other color. And then these are the rest of my Cattleyas that were actually inherited from a friend of mine, and they're doing pretty well. They got some new growth coming in down there. I twisted it around to try and get it to go back towards the light. This is a really bomb-ass Dendrobium that has like super pink flowers that smell amazing. My Cattleya bowl, not Cattleya bowl. I just need to stop talking about species names because I'm bad at that. This is my like cactus bowl. Cactus and what are those other things called? Caudex plants. So there's like branches and things. I started most of this stuff from seed, or like I had like a single division. This little dude right here is an Australian finger lime. it's doing really well. So I'm happy, and I hope that it'll eventually like produce some fruit for me. This is a Worslea Prosecca or something like that. It's like a blue amaryllis. I got it a while ago, paid a lot of money for it. And I didn't think it was going to do very well, and I don't think that it is doing very well. So we'll see if it, perks up a little bit or what. Down there are some Oncidiums, and then over here with the front view is like kind of the extra plants that I have. A bunch of cactuses and succulents. This is the, what's it called? Congo Sansevieria. And then there's an olive tree, another Phalaenopsis, a boring ass grandma plant, which is, I actually got this inherited from a family member, and it's just a beast, but Hoya at any rate. And then some more Oncidiums, and these guys are about to give me some flowers too. My biggest, I'm not a big fan of the Oncidiums these days. They, like, for the amount of space they take up, they don't really give the best flowers. And when they do, if they're fragrant, they always smell like latex or plastic or some version of like a not real like flower smell that I want to be smelling. So that's pretty much the front area. Again, these guys, I'll stand back a bit. And then over here, the like full view, my vacuum. Cool, that pretty much sums up the full planted area. Part of me thinks I should go into like individual plants in the future and just talk about like, oh, this one's in bloom like everyone else does. But at the same time, I'm like, who cares, right? Like I have the website, and that's where I track, I have my website, herebutnot.com, which is basically where I track all of the details on my plants. And so I'm trying to make it so that every plant has like a page, and then I track the growth and the flowering times and the bloom times and the number of flower spikes and all of that stuff. And I have that in a spreadsheet, but I want to make the website that, rather than trying to make these videos where I make a video and then it talks about something, and then like 6 months later it's no longer relevant. And if you're watching a video that's 6 months old, you're like, well, who cares, right? Unless I put a lot of detail or thought into like a care sheet thing video. But there's lots of those too. So I don't know. I'll post another video. I'll try and do this a bit more often. It's more about just having the time to do it, and also me getting comfortable with it. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.